Hey everyone, Matt here. Today's going to be the final inspection of our Timmy and our Jimmy hive. And what happened last winter was I did overwinter two colonies in the same kind of setup with the five medium frames stacked three high. And in the springtime, when I did my first inspection of those hives, one of them did not make it, and they basically starved to death and then froze to death in their top box. So the top box was totally clean of honey. The middle box, the center of it was clean, so that's where they would have started their cluster. The two outside edges of it had honey, and the bottom box was totally full of honey. So this year, in order to mitigate that, what I decided was I was going to do it 4 high this year. I do know already that there's lots of honey here and lots of honey here and lots of honey in this one. But today we're going to go in and just make sure that the open space is in the two bottom boxes there. Now, today is a little bit cool. It's only about 12 degrees Celsius, but it is the first day above 10 degrees for the last week here. So we're going to have to do it today. So it will be quick. One thing that you do notice there is that there's more activity out of this hive than there is this one. And I think one of the reasons of that is it's still pretty cold out, so if they don't have a big enough cluster, then they won't be coming out to do some foraging in that. So if you remember, this hive is the one that we manipulated the movement so that most of the workers ended up in the Layens hive there. So I know that they do have a smaller cluster size in there. But anyway, so let's get to it. Okay, let's start with this one first. Okay. Gonna do this quick. Okay. So that's all honey. So that's just all honey there. 4 frames of honey. Lots of honey there. Yeah, there's not a lot of bees in there. They all must be down in the bottom here. Yeah. So yeah, I'll show you the cluster there. It's down in the bottom box, which is exactly where we want them. So you can see them all right there, which is exactly where we want them in the bottom box. So let's just throw this back together all quick like. I imagine there's not going to be very many bees in the top here because it was their activity. Oh yeah. One bee there. see 4 frames of honey there. Let's get this out of there. Whoa. Crispy propolis. Looks like another pretty much full box of honey there. Whoa. Yeah, it's got some weight to it. Still don't see any. Well, what is going on here? That is peculiar. How is that a thing? I don't see any bees. What is going on? Hornet? Really? Let's, how is that a thing? Some pollen and some empty frames. But yeah, there doesn't seem to be any. Like literally no bees. What is going on? Yeah, like I'll let you look in here, but there is literally no bees. I guess if the hornets would have taken all the dead bees, but there's none. There's no bees in here. The one bee there. I've seen some bees coming and going today, so they must be robin, I guess. Oh, that is peculiar. That's all heavy with pollen and stuff, but you can see this one, pretty much those frames of honey. These ones have this frames of honey. This one has a good couple frames of honey too, but there's just 0 bees. Weird. I'll just take a quick peek through some of these, but just in case I missed the cluster, but I can't see any bees in here. But there is lots of honey stores, so well, that is definitely peculiar, being 0 bees in there. But I'm thinking maybe they were just too weak, and that big cold snap there maybe knocked them down too much. Maybe from us moving them around and leaving them with a smaller cluster, that maybe once that cold snap came in and then they couldn't handle that. And then this last 2 weeks it hasn't been making it above 10 degrees, so the bees haven't been able to fly, but the hornets have been able to fly. So maybe the hornets have been robbing them out. Obviously not the honey, because the more what they eat is the protein, or the other bees. That's what they eat. So that's unfortunate. But yeah, so we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we still have 5 hives. We started with 4 this year, so I'm sure we'll make up for their losses next year. But yeah, so if you like this content, you can thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and thanks for watching.